Now that is a cake. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today, a chocolate cake. Flourless chocolate cake. Gluten-free. They were all the rage, you know, about 3 years ago. And they seem to be coming back again. So let's show you how to make a fantastic chocolate flourless cake. The first job for us then, we want to melt this chocolate and butter. Now you can microwave in short bursts, or you can just tuck some boiling water in there, chuck that in there, stick a lid over it and let it melt. So today I've got a tray. We're going to do this in a tray. I've lined it, all the measurements, dimensions, ingredients in the description. How are we going? Come on, let's give this a little stir around, bring it in. There we go, that's easy enough, isn't it? There you go. Only a couple of minutes, that was easy. So we're going to take that off there. Now be careful, don't forget we've got boiling water. We want to be stirring in a little bit of milk. Get some milk in there. Bring that in. There you go. So that's straightforward enough. We've got that lovely chocolatey milk mixture. Let's put it just out of the way because I don't want to knock it over. In here, egg whites. And we are going to give it a beating with a beater. So we just want to go in there with a little bit of salt. That's in there. And we're just going to give it a beat up. And as we're beating it up, we're going to gradually stir in or chuck in our sugar to make a meringue type. So just get this going. Just turn this off a minute. And for all those people that are starting out making cakes, get it all nice and fluffy like that. In with a little bit of sugar. We beat that in and we're going to add sugar a couple more times. Everybody else knows. I think that's about got it. We want some nice little stiff peaks like that in there. Okay, that's got that. Okay, we want to be beating some egg yolks with some vanilla. That's our egg yolks in there. A little bit of vanilla. We're going to give that a beat up, and then we're going to mix our chocolate mix into there, and then we're going to mix that into everything. There you go. Come on. So we are just going to mix some of that in there. I'm going to do it in 2 stages, I think, so we get it all in there. Now I'm going to chuck that in there. So I'll just fold that last bit in. Alright, we want to put our whipped egg whites in there and fold it in. Nice and straightforward. So we've got that lovely cake batter there, look, and absolutely no flour. Okay, let's have that batter in there. Straight down the middle. Now, I'm what they call a lazy baker. I think that this can find its own way if we just do this, just grab yourself something and let's have it folded in, folded into the corners. Oh, that'll do, we're not going to mess around. That's good enough. Right, let's just put a couple of cloths down so we can give this a bang in. It's only like making cement, isn't it? You know, you've got to level it out, get the air out. Right, let's whack that in the oven. In it goes. Now I reckon about 20 minutes. Okay, 20 minutes, that's enough. Let's come away from the side. So this is definitely cooked, look at that. It's nice, it's spongy, it's firm. You can take a rack with some parchment paper and you can put that on there, and we're going to flip it immediately onto this rack, he says. Now we are hoping that this comes off here. There's our cake, off with the parchment paper, let it cool down completely. There we go. There you go, fantastic. You know, normally what would happen is this would peel off with the parchment, but today we're making a cake and it hasn't come off. I'm not going to try and dig this off by any means, you know. If it doesn't come off, that's fine. I'm just going to put the syrup over the top anyway, so don't stress about it. Now normally, when you leave it a couple of minutes, it normally peels off, but sure as eggs, we're baking, and obviously it's a one take job, it ain't come off, so there you go. We need to be melting up a little bit of chocolate and cream, so I'm just going to go in here with some boiling water. I'm just going to stick that on there so that chocolate melts. We need that warming up and melting in there. Right, this, we need to make a chocolate syrup. So we don't want much water, but we need to dissolve that sugar and that cocoa in there. That will do. We're going to put that to one side because I have a tendency to knock those over. Right, we're going to give this a stir and then we're going to whip up some cream. Now you can melt this in the microwave. You could do it over a pan of boiling water, but this is just as easy. It is going to melt, so there's no hassle. So that's our chocolate and cream melted together. How easy is that? Okay, we got some cream in here, whipping cream, and we got some sugar, and we're going to start to whip it and put the sugar in and whip it up. I think that's about got it. Okay, what we're going to do is tidy up the ragginess on this cake. So it's to take a knife and it's just gently take off that raggy end. We don't want that raggy end on there, especially this one. Come on. Okay, we need to be dividing this into 3 roughly, somewhere around about there. Right, now we're going to take one of those slices. That one will do. There's a start. It's going to go on there. And we're going to brush that with syrup. So I'm just going to bob that to one side. We've got the cream, we've got the chocolate. Let's get it mixed in. Now you can do it any which way around you want really. You know, we've got the cream there. We could just put in a little bit of chocolate in there, and we can start just folding it in. Now you can do it the other way around too. You can fold the cream into the chocolate. Does it really matter? I'm not sure. I'm sure a baker might tell you differently, but as far as I'm bothered, we want cream and chocolate mixed together, and I don't think it makes the slightest bit of difference. But hey, come on. I suppose the only way is that you get all the chocolate out of the bowl, but we're going to get it out anyway. There you go, that'll do. Right, back on with our cake. We are going to soak this up with our syrup. And there, as you can see, even though it had that like skin on from where it had baked, you can see the syrup has actually soaked in. So that's what I said, don't worry. Do these on this parchment, and that's going to soak in there as we put some cream in a bag. Right, we want to put this in a piping bag to put on here, unless you're very careful and you can just actually put it on. Okay, we've got it in a piping bag. I have no nozzle on there because I'm useless. But we're not going to worry, we're just going to take the end off. And we are just going to pipe on there. So this is a piping bag with no nozzle, because I am rubbish. Well, that will do to start off with, I reckon. Now you can take one of your spatulas and you can smooth it out if you so wish. By the time you've put the top on, I don't think it really matters. To be honest, I think that's just an unnecessary step. Right, on there. Oh, got a wavy one here. Oh, I am rubbish these days. Tell you, I'm terrible these days. Once upon a time, I used to be able to manage this. Once upon a time. So come on, we're going to get this last layer on there. Oh, here we go then. Let's get this on there. Oh, right, let's get the top done. Okay, let's get that in the fridge. It's going in the fridge for a couple of hours. So the cake's been cooling in the fridge there for a little while. We want to make up some gelatin. This is gelatin, this is water, that's going in there. We're going to give it a little stir and we're going to let this bloom for about 5 minutes. And then we want to get a pan on. So that's some water, that's some sugar, cocoa powder, and we have some cream. So all we're going to do is actually melt this in the pan. So it's nice and steady. Just give that a little dissolve in there first. Okay, we want a little flame on, and I heat it up, melt all the sugar. So just give it a stir through. You can tell when the sugar's dissolved, it doesn't feel gritty on the pan. Okay, that's good enough. We're going to turn that off. We're going to let it cool a little minute. Now we're not going to let it go cold, but we want it to cool down. We're going to put the gelatin in there and stir it all in. Okay, we're going to add our gelatin in there and we're going to stir it in. Okay, we're going to just put a little bit of cling wrap on the top of there. Stop it getting a skin on. And we're going to let it cool right down to a pourable temperature so we can pour it over our cake. Okay, we just want to transfer this from here onto here. We're going to drizzle over our chocolate topping. Now what you could do, you could trim that, but I think we've got fairly neat sides. We don't need to bother. What we need to do is get this chocolate on here. Okay, when you get this lovely shiny top on there in the fridge an hour, well, they say warm up the blade so you can cut through. And then they say wipe it every time and then warm up the blade again. So I've got a boiling kettle there, look. So we need to guesstimate this, and we're going to come in there. Look at that flourless chocolate cake. Now that is a cake. That is spectacular. Mouth's watering. You know it's got to be done. In. Oh man. Oh, let's take that chocolate off there. Oh, that is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Look at those fabulous layers in there. Oh, oh man, this is world class. Oh. There is just not enough words. That is phenomenal. If you like what we're doing, don't forget share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is to make a flourless chocolate cake. Just look at that. If you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up. Come on. Subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video. That is ridiculously good.